Welcome back, everybody. We are here for FM eSports taking on QB. We've just missed the knife round because they went a little bit earlier than I thought they were going to. Supposed to be a half past. The time is 20 past. But obviously we don't want to keep the gaps too long between games. So thank you once again, everybody, for joining me. We are here ready to get this game underway. It's starting on Dust 2. FM eSports, probably the UK's top team at the moment. I would say so in my opinion. Hopefully they can do the work needed to bring back some honour to the UK after the games we've seen today. But we're starting straight off with a rush into B, and Fenny takes down Stanley, making him lose his head. But Neil and Jenko run in there to clean it up. It's all about getting the bomb down now. You can see nice positioning from the QB guys. They're waiting outside, waiting to group up together. They don't have too much utility left though. Only one smoke for the CT side. It's 4 versus 3. And they're all out the same direction. Lamps here looking to see if anyone's coming behind them, but they're playing this very slowly. Oh, huge shot from Jenko. Rips off his head with that Glock. And the CTs are really just taking their time. Jumps through. Ronnie gets one, but Lamp goes down very quickly at the hands of Pulse. Romy's just fallen back straight away. He's not looking to challenge it. He's hoping they're going to peek him, but FM are being a little bit smarter than that. The bomb's ticking very fast here. They push out together as a unit, as a team, finish it off, and a convincing first round there for FM eSports. Hopefully, this is the start of things to come. I am your caster, James Banks, aka Banks Esports. I will be here all weekend casting WCA, which is a World Contest Championship. Russia versus the UK versus China. 3 teams from each country battle it out to see who's going to be champions. A lot of prize pool on the go, but FM eSports once again going for the B rush with the Mac 10s. A couple of AKs in hand. 1 Mac 10 win for Nilzio. Does take down Fix. Fenny's trying to spam away with that scout. Very fast play from him, but he also gets Molotoved out of the way. And you can see the QB guys, they don't want to risk too much on this. They're not going to invest too heavily into losing some items this round. But FM, really fast, really explosive play on these first few rounds. Pulse taking down Lamp through the door with the AK-47 in the head. So it's just going to be a hunting game. I think FM eSports know they can just take a couple of weapons away and don't lose too much, hence why they've got so many Mac 10s. It would be ideal, but oh, Fenny gets the first scout shot onto Stanley, but he's like, nope, I'm not going for that. I'm not taking that risk. Ronnie takes down Pulse, and that's actually one of the AKs, which is quite huge. But Jenko comes in, won't allow him to keep it and save it, so they just walk away with a scout and a 5-7. Jenko losing his head towards the end of that round. 2-0 is your score in favour of the FM eSports guys. QBR Russian team. Currently in match scores, so Russia have won 3, UK have won none. There's 2 more to go. Can FM eSports put a bit of pride back on the UK map, especially after the devastating loss that Kaz eSports had? There was 16-1 for the previous Russian team. And if they keep going like this, it's going to be definitely in their favour. Stanley flashes out with the Mac 10. Doesn't actually push out. No, but Lampers gets him with a Mac 10. And look at all that money that's going to be racked up there. 3 Mac 10 kills for that round. FM eSports played that incredibly well. And look at that. Nilzino with the AWP. We've got a couple of AKs in hand. Stanley, I'm sure, will upgrade unless he really does want to keep that Mac 10, which I'll be very surprised. Oh, Jesus, he is keeping that Mac 10. He obviously knows something I don't know about how he's going to use that. CT side, we've got 1 AWP up on Luke. The rest are M4s. Niels does that pre-fire shot after the flash went off. Doesn't actually manage to tag anyone there. And you'll probably see a little bit of a slower, staged out round here now. FM, the difference between FM and the other UK teams we've seen, this is very controlled. This is very structured. You can actually see there's a lot of thought going into this. This gives us hope. Keeping it nice and slow and steady, looking for that first pick. Spam's going through the door by Neil. No, they're literally just poking around, feeling out to see if they can catch anyone off guard, looking for that scouting information. You see most of FM are grouped up towards middle and short. they're not actually making a decide on where they want to go. They're pushing out a middle, and it looks like they're actually being able to walk out a bit here. Yeah, they are coming through CT. Molotov. Oh, Stanley didn't actually throw that Molotov. Not ideal timing, but Jenko, with the opening kill of this round, takes down Luke. Lamp, though, gets one from long A, is finally taken down. Ronnie's still up, though. Does go down as well to Robin. And FM got full control of this, but no bomb down as of yet. And huge shot from Fix comes in. Great timing. Rips apart Pulse. It's now a 2 versus 2. The bomb is only just being planted, and, well, Fenny and Fix, they're going the same direction. And Robin just caught him, but doesn't manage to get the kill. It's now Nilzino. It's all up to you with the AWP in a great position here. No, just the wrong timing with that orb. Throws down the Molotov, but he's down on 14 health. This isn't ideal. He gets one with the AWP, but he's quickly taken down by Fenny. Didn't have too much health left there. And QB will get around on the board. That was literally down to timing to the very last minutes there. 3-1 is your score. Still in favour of FM eSports, and they've got a lot of money. We saw them crazy Mac 10 plays. Robin's going to buy up the AWP this time. Will he drop it, or is he going to be the man holding onto it? Yeah, so all weapons, all artillery. A good buy from FM eSports. And Luke was doing some nice scout in the middle there. He wasn't looking to run away either. But Robin getting the opening kill. Great work there. I think that was at long A. Luke's still out in middle. Not actually really poking with it. He's keeping it a bit defensive. He's playing it cool. And they've got a one-man advantage here for FM eSports, but they're not taking any risks. Oh, and Luke in a great position on short there with the AWP. They did not expect him to be there at all. Generally put a rifle up there, and Stanley, well, he paid the price. It's literally just that slow and steady waiting game. Who's going to make the next wrong move? Who's going to do the next push? We're getting down to a timing. Could we see a 45-second, 30-second push? And it's a long A at 45 seconds. Romy does get 2 of them, but Luke goes down. Romy's still up. Romy gets a 3rd as well. And that was devastating for FM at long. They got mowed down by 1 player there, only managing to take down 1 themselves. And Niels jumps up, can't do anything with it. Gets taken down by Fenny. And the second round on the board for the Russian team here. So, FM eSports, a couple of Tech 9s, P250s and a Glock in hand. Obviously full artillery and utility for the QB team. FM look like going to be taking a fast round short. Will they be able to do too much from distance with these P250s? Romy's waiting for him, and oh, nice flash from him. Does get a lot of them. Can't quite tag. Going to drop the Molotov on the bomb spot, but they will still be able to plant it with no worries there. Stanley getting it down. And this is going to be dangerous because they've got the bomb down. They're all poised on short. And everyone who's going to run at him is going to have a little spot of bother here. Oh, but still goes in favour of QB. Runs around, Fix and Feeney doing all the work. It's all up to Jenko, who's literally, he's not even caring about that bomb. He's holding on to that M4. He knows he's outnumbered. He knows he's outgunned. And he's going to take that to the next round. Smart decision. Saves a bit of money. Playing the long game here. All even on the scoreboard as of now. And this is where it will start to get interesting, because FM needs to like build up their money, pull out this win, and keep things consistent. QB, they've had 3 rounds in a row, some convincing rounds as well, and they've kind of halted that momentum that FM were building up. There's not real too much mid coverage. The smoke goes down. It will be called as soon as it's spotted by the CTs, but it looks like entering into B. Fix though, straight onto Robin. Does get a reply back. Oh, he's at the door, gets 2. They basically line up for him. Fenny with a 3rd as well. Can he make it to 4th? No, Neil does shut him down. But it's a 1 versus 3. And Luke straight onto Neil. Rips off his head with that AWP. All versus all from the Russians. They've got the mic, they've got the power. Just these small little mistakes here. Well, they all just tried to push through window. They literally lined up. They're giving Fenny 3 kills. FM now on a pistol round once again. Luke straight away onto Stanley with the AWP. FM are the last hope for the UK team. So far, none of the UK teams have managed to take a round, not a round, sorry, a map off of their competitors. The Russians have been very dominating, and QB looks to keep up the trend. Again, we get to these slow and waiting rounds, and smoke goes down, nicely done, good positioning. Luke's got his AWP there, but they're trying to make it. Oh, he misses the first shot. FM are going to be dodging around him. They're going to try to get that bomb down again. They desperately need it for the money. Being planted, Romy finally goes down. Luke's waiting there at long A, and once again planted for short. Robin jumps down, gets a kill, and he's going to be able to grab himself a weapon. Can he get the next kill? But no, he's quickly shut down by Fenny. They're all over him. It's all up to Nils with that Tech 9, but Lamp on him so hard. You get these little glimmers of hope that FM pull through, and they quickly get turned around. QB are reacting really well to all of this. And you can see it's all thought out from FM eSports. The timings, the way they're putting the smokes and flashes, but they just can't break that defense of QB. Looks like a heavy long push here from the FM eSports guys, all with AKs, no AWP, but straight away Luke's gone, sod that, I'm falling back. I'm not going to allow myself to get caught up in all of this. They've boosted someone into the site, and QB are just reacting so smartly. But Stanley here, that was interesting. He's run back straight away, so they've gone for the push, they've fallen back. They've changed up their position. Can we see a double fake here? Luke's going to be spotting and making sure that no one's crossing back over to B. They've got to be careful. And oh, Fenny jumped up high. Fenny. Oh, he was trying to sneak behind them, thinking he could be smart in there, get the information. Okay, he knows one player's there, but he just lost himself to that. Fix onto Robin, so trade for trade now. Stanley on 12 HP as well. QB's just always got that slight advantage. FM needs someone to go big, go heavy, and take a couple. And look at that, that's what we need. Jenko onto Fix. Is he going to continue to push up? Nade comes down, doesn't do too much damage. It's Romy and Lamp holding the A-bomb site, and you've got Luke covering B. And oh, that was a well-placed Molotov grenade. And no one's protecting their teammate. Lamp just runs out, sprays down 2 of them. They've got to be a bit more reactive to this. They've got to be faster. They have managed to cross though now. The goal is to get this bomb down, but the nade comes in, lands directly on Pulse. They're outgunned, they're outmanned, and Romy comes out of his little hiding position, finishes off Niels, and another round. That's 6 in a row now for QB. What FM have got to do here is halt this momentum that QB have got. Even when QB are outnumbered, even when QB are outgunned, they're sitting there going, oh, don't worry, we'll be able to turn this around. They're playing it slow, they're playing it steady, but this is what you want to see. Jenko, huge shot, straight down middle, rips off Luke's head, gives them their man advantage, and also takes away the AWP. You can see they've often been having Luke just hold the B-bomb site on his own when they've rotated over. With that AWP, they don't have that option now. Oh, spam coming through from Pulse there. Doesn't actually manage to tag Fenny, but he obviously saw him. Smokes goes down though. He's got to keep himself covered. But at least it's supplied a bit of pressure to the B-bomb site. Keeping them guessing, not giving them that idea to let them rotate over. Oh, Ronnie can't quite make the kill. They were spraying away at him. He was literally in the fire. Niels finally finishes him off. But you can see both players are coming from B. They're pushing into this A bomb. So now going both the CT way though. Interestingly, bomb's going to be planted. Nils is planting it now. And see, them not having the AWP was a big loss for them. Lamp's still stuck at long A, being distracted by Stanley this entire time. Nils gets one, misses the second one. Lamp gets one fixed though. As he's trying to make his way up, gets shut down by Nils. It's all up to Lamp in a 1v3, and he is going to go for it by the looks of it. Does get finished off. Loses his head, and finally, after 6 rounds, FM eSports managed to pick another round on the board for the UK side. 6-4 is your current scoreline, and we need to see some more of this from FM eSports. The problem for the CTs is, even though they've had a fair few rounds won, more expensive weapons, they've also had to replace a lot of utility every single time. And they have always only had maybe like 1 or 2 players left, so that explains what's going on. Luke, though, straight away with the opening kill, gets finished off by Jenko, so it's a straight trade. Robin getting himself in a nice position in pit, and if they can hold this long pit control, actually plant for long, this is the problem they have most of the time, is that they actually either get rushed or flanked from long A. So if they can hold this position and push their way into A bomb site, we might see another round on the board here for FM. B bomb side being played completely from outside, and Stanley's actually doing the same himself, so no one's really actually going to be seeing each other anytime soon here. Lamp spamming away in case anyone's rushing across long, but they're taking their time, they're walking slowly. Oh, and Romy with the first kill finishes off Jenko, and he's got backup, and they're literally walking straight into it. Stanley does manage to take down Lamp, but that's not what they need at this moment in time. They need to get that bomb sorted, and they need to cover themselves at A. Robin gets the first kill there on to Fix. Will he be able to get a second? Romy's literally lurking towards CT spawn, but he's on his own. Oh, he didn't wait for his teammate. Stanley, 22 health. Oh, and Romy's out in the open. Romy's got time to fall back. Both of them scared to actually challenge it, but at this point, Robbie doesn't need to. It needed to be something that Stanley went and pushed for. Smoke goes down, but he's still not covered. And they're firing off a huge headshot from Stanley. Very close, right down to the wire. And just what they needed. Look at the money of QB. This was the perfect timing for FM eSports. They've got to keep capitalising on this. And Fix is like red. Wants to check that health. He wants to know what happened. Too much liars. Good old bit of banter between the two players and the teams. 6-5 is your score at this current moment in time. QB currently with a 1-round advantage to the UK side of FM eSports. It is going to be a pistol eco for the CT side. After winning 6 rounds in a row, FM eSports are managing to push back just a little bit. Can they even it up? Playing nice and slow, nice and methodical. Oh, they're team attacking. Come on, they're just running in front of each other. Play smart, guys. Don't rush for the kills. And wow, Lamp comes out straight into Nils. Will Nils get a second one? Yep, he takes down Romy as well. He's just got to be careful of Fenny sneaking up with that deagle from the B bomb site. Fenny's going to be out there looking for a weapon to grab. So the bomb will go down on that A bomb site. Fenny here just running around looking for an AK-47 that he can pick up. I can't actually remember where Robin died, but if he heads towards that direction, that would be the ideal situation. Ooh! You hear the one-tap eagle. Oh, and he gets a second one onto Jenko. Fenny doing the works, grabbed himself an AK as well. Is Stanley going to meet him? Nicely done by Stanley. Doesn't let him save it, but he did a fair bit of damage and some huge deagle shots there. Score of the matches, so basically, to start with today on Overpass, we had 5 frags versus Endpoint, 16-8 in favour of the Russian team Endpoint. Then we had Kaz versus Shadow QB on Nuke. Kaz lost 16-9 to the Russian team. And then we had Kaz versus Shadow QB on Train, and they lost 16-1, a devastating, embarrassing loss. And now we're on the 4th map of 5 today, which is FM eSports versus QB on Dust 2. It's currently 6-6, and we're going straight into this B-bomb side. Fix gets one, Fix gets a second, Fenny onto Pulse. Oh, and this is devastating. FM eSports going to be and just getting absolutely destroyed. Nilzino picks up one, but Fenny just gets another kill on the board. Huge work there from the CT side, and QB just looks so comfortable when that rush came at him. 7-6 is your score, and once again, QB take the lead. Not an ideal situation for the T to be back on a pistol round here. It's getting so close. We're going to be at 14th round. Couple of Tech 9s. We've got one flash, two smokes. Oh, and they're pushing up through middle. And they're just literally locking themselves in. Such well played here from the Russian team. They've got them completely locked down. And a nice clean up for the Russian team as the UK guys just run out. Literally into the crossfire of the Russians. 8-6 is your score. It's the last round of this half. And it's all to play for still. Obviously, anything can happen in Counter-Strike, but FM eSports, they ideally need to have a better half than this, especially on the T side on Dust 2. Oh, Luke spotted one with his AWP, takes off the head of Pulse, Fix onto Robin as well. This is not looking good for FM eSports whatsoever. This is the LAN event held in China. We are casting remotely, and it's basically Russia versus China versus UK. 3 teams from each country. And currently, Russia's putting the hurt on the UK sides, but Stanley's looking to change that around. Fenny comes from lower B, does manage to take down Nilzino. 3 versus 2. Can Stanley and Jenko make this work for him? Fenny's being smart here, rushing back towards the B tunnels. He wants to ensure that no one's managed to sneak past him. Fix, nicely done, on to Jenko. Poor Stanley's literally locked down in one position. He's got no utility whatsoever. Now Stanley playing it very smart here. He's now made noise, sadly, though. He was going nice and slow. That could have worked in his favour because they would have had no idea. Planting in a good position. If he can get this first kill onto Luke, then he could be in for a big win. Get himself in a nicer position. Takes down Fix, actually, who was at long A. Now the other two are coming up on short. Stanley's got to be so careful. He sees the Molotov come over. Great positioning by Stanley. Can he get rid of Fenny? No, he can't. Fenny goes out with the more health. Manages to take him down. And that's going to be 9-6 for the first half here on Dust 2 in favour of QB, the Russian team. And FM eSports couldn't capitalise on the rounds they were picking up. Very well played by them, but just some very close rounds that they just couldn't clutch out. And that's the edge that the Russians had over them. As we go into the second half here on DDoS 2, you've got to wonder what FM eSports are going to have in them on the CT side to make this work. They need to get this pistol round. They managed to get the pistol round on the T side. Very convincing. Especially with the Glock rush. It was on to B. But pistol side CT, we know it's going to be difficult. We've got some P2000s and USPs in hand. All gone for armor, one diffusal, one smoke. And Robin starts off this round, takes down Lamp, also gets Fenny before being taken down by Fix. Nicely done by Jenko though, comes out of big pit, smashes Ronnie in the face. It's all up to Luke now with Fix. Fix on 5 health though. Stanley, Pulse and Nils in here, all 100. And they're going to lock them into one position. They're making sure that the QB guys can't escape. Good fast reactions here from the FM eSports guys. And the QB guys will not be able to get out at all. Here's literally going to be the waiting game. We've got a minute left on the round. If Fix walks out here, he's going to literally walk straight into Stanley's crosshair. Stanley's had the call from his teammates. He's going to be making his way. Pushed out a little bit. See if he can catch any of them. If they've managed to be able to see that 2 have gone across. Actually, the fact they're getting a bomb plant is quite surprising. Great that QB could get the bomb plant, but you're surprised that FM would actually allow him to. And Stanley playing it very smart, very slow here. Oh, and Nilzinho gets the kill onto Luke. Both charged up there on top of him. Stanley comes from long to finish off Fix. They will get the defuse comfortably. Again, getting the pistol round. But if they've won both pistol rounds and still can't close out this match, it's not looking too good for FM. 9-7 is your scoreline. It's time for FM to even it up. 2 M4s. The rest are just some submachine guns. We've got Tech 9s, Glocks, Deagles and P250s for the T side. You can see, actually, it's quite interesting to see a pistol round played quite slowly by the Russian team. You look at the other Russian teams we've seen today. They've been full on rushing out when it comes to their pistol rounds. Full confidence, all guns blazing. But this could work nicely in QB's favour because no one is checking short. The first shots have been fired. They're going to rush in now. Oh, Robin gets one, but the bomb is going to be planted. Robin gets a second. Can he make it a third? Gets the third. Jenko onto Luke as well. They are cleaning up quite nicely here, but Stan does manage to go down, hands a lamp, and he's grabbed himself a UMP. He's probably going to save that to the next round because he knows for a fact he's not going to be able to get that defusal done. But Jenko chases him down, takes him out. But really, you're surprised FM eSports allowed them to get that bomb plant done. Very sneaky play from QB. They were not going to be caught. 9-8 is your scoreline. FM eSports closer to evening it up. Every time they've evened it up so far, they have been caught out and pushed back just a little bit further. Obviously, with that bomb plant coming on board, we've got the weapons, but wow, that's a huge loss early on. Jenko taking down Luke. The Russians are 1 player down already. They've only got their AKs in hand. They've got to be careful now. They know that Jenko's got this, but Fix is looking to turn this around. Gets rid of Robin early on. That'll be a long A. So they understand QB's got all the weapons in their hands. Now QB can regain a little bit of control, decide where they want to go. The CTs are literally kind of just looking for that information. They're completely confused. Oh, and a nade literally hits Pulse in the face, drops him down to 77 health. Romy manages to avoid all the damage. Smoke goes down to cover Romy from that AWP. And this is the smart play. He's literally making sure that, look, I'm not going to get caught off guard here. Fenny on to Stanley, but Nilzinho gets 2 straight away. Gets a third as well. Pulse does go down in the hands of Romy, but it's only Romy left now on 9 health. 2 versus 1. Romy walks into Jenko's AWP. We pick up a second AWP as well. So we're going for the double AWP setup on the CT side. And this is where things could get a little bit interesting. Pistol round here on QB. Jenko starting off the round as he means to go on. Jenko gets the kill onto Fix with the AWP. Nice nade comes out. Does a little bit of damage. Nothing too much for them to worry about. But it's good placement from FM eSports. Pulse gets 2. Pulse trying to fire up a little bit further with that M4. At least he's doing damage. It's all slowing down a little bit now. I guess the C's are just waiting to see if the CT is going to make any mistakes rushing into them. And QB have got something planned here. They obviously desperately want to get this bomb planted. But Jenko's waiting there, gets the first kill. Will they line up and give him the second one as well? He knows Rommy's there. Oh, the flash goes off just at the right time, but Robin's in to defend him. Nicely done. 10-9. FM eSports finally take the lead. They haven't taken the lead in this game since the first pistol round on the first half. Now still opting for that double AWP setup, standing with the UMP as well. Obviously saving onto his money. So they're going to be going up against all the AKs of QB. Fenny does manage to take down Jenko actually, so that's one AWP out of play already. Oh, Stanley spamming away with that UMP, seeing if he can grab anyone at short. Doesn't actually manage to do too much damage. Gonna get a nade out though, this could be a good nade. But Lamp, Fenny, they're just cleaning up that short. They've pushed their way into this A bomb site. FM eSports just dropped, literally pushed everyone towards short and couldn't hold anything. So it's all up to Stanley with a UMP now, and well, things are looking a bit bleak for him. And he gets hunted down by Lamp. 10-10, and we go back to even Stevens. Will QB be able to push the lead? The money is not so tight for the CT side. Jenko's gone for an AWP. We've got 3 M4s and 1 FAMAS down now. FM eSports have really got to push this right to the wire now. They've got to pull this round off. They've got to make it work for them because they cannot afford to keep losing rounds like this, should I say. And look at the fast B rush that's coming in from the T side. They're rushing in. Fix straight away. Gets 2 kills. 2 headshots. Cleans up the bomb site. Jenko does reply, but it's with 1 AWP shot. They've already got in. They're already going to be able to plant the bomb. And FM eSports, this is just not what you need to be playing like. To be caught so open with a rush like that. Robin and Jenko will be saving, but the main thing we've got to question here is whether QB are actually going to push and see if they can take the weapons away. Fix is on a bit of a hunt here. They desperately need to hold on to these guns. FM eSports have called for a timeout, and rightly so. In situations like this, when you're so close, you've got things evened up, and you know the fact that the reason you are losing rounds is just tiny little mistakes. You need to have a pause. You need to clear your head. Talk amongst each other. Gain some clarity on what's actually happening. And see if you can pull yourself back into the game. I think the main thing of what we're seeing here for FM eSports is that even though they're setting themselves in nice positions to getting a few picks and kills, they don't seem as reactive and as fluid as what you're seeing from QB. You look at how QB play, something happens, they're making a decision, they're all going together. FM, there's almost a bit of like undecidedness of whether they're actually going to go for it. You look at like some of the 1v1s they had, and like Stanley, for instance, would have backed away when he could have gone for it, and he should have gone for it because he had the chance, and he didn't have much health as it was. Anyway, back into the round. We've unpaused. QB currently in the lead, 11-10. A very sparse buy from the CT side here. Fix gets the first kill onto Jenko. That's 1 gun down and out the way already. Fenny onto Stanley. It's not looking good. Fenny gets a second as well. Runs into... Oh, Pulse finishes him off with the P250. With the P250? Or the 5.7. Pull out the weapon right. But Ronnie... He's going to be running after him, spraying away through that box. He knows he's got him low. If Pulse literally needs to hold on to that AK and can't. Ugh. So close, so far. But when we're starting to lose like this, you've got to start worrying. Straight away, FM have gone in with the buy. It's going to be a very low buy. We're not going to see too much utility from them. 1 grenade, 2 free grenades now. No incendiary grenades at all. Just a couple of flashes. They could make this work for him, but straight away, Luke's got that clip. Managed to get him down to 19 health on Nils. And they look like they're getting ready for a B push, but they've slowed it down, so they've been pushed back a little bit. And this is what we need to see. shots are QB. They know they've got a lot to play for. The rounds are still close. They've got to be feeling pretty confident. They're controlling the pace of this game. They're controlling what's happening. QB have definitely done a good job of confusing FM. The amount of utility that's been wasted and nothing's really happened. Luke gets the first kill. Fenny comes out middle, takes off Pulse's head. Nocinia goes down in the B bomb side. B is completely open and clear now, and QB have just picked him up from all sides. That was so well executed by QB. FM were not ready from any angle.
Bomb has been planted.
FM's only got Robin left, and he's going to want to save his gun, but come on, guys. Saving. Yes, that's what you need to do. But you just start winning. And Fenny pops up, has an idea where Robin is, takes off his head. 13-10, and QB lead by 3 rounds. They've got the money in the bag. FM having on a pistol round again, so we've got a couple of 5.7s, P250s, and a CZ75. But once again, Luke's hit that shot down the middle. Stanley's on 18 health. Fenny straight onto Stanley to finish him off as well. You can kind of see how QB are just running around, picking people off and going together to just literally annihilate FM at this moment. Oh, he's waited in T-spawn all that time to take down the CTs coming out of long A. It's only Pulse left. He's jumped up with that CZ75. Gets a second one. Fair play to Pulse. He's trying to hold it. He's got 100 health and an AWP. Can he get a third? Narrowly misses that shot. Oh, but they've just got him very close over. And, well, Romy does take down Pulse 14-10. We see a double AWP set up once again from the CT side. Niels and Jenko. Now, they did have a bit of success with this, but as soon as one AWP went down, it was game over. Someone needs to challenge Luke and get rid of him at middle. And once again, he's tagged someone, I think. No, not very much. 98, so that must have been an AK shot or something. But Jenko, that's what we needed. Takes down Fix. Takes down Fenny as well. Huge shots from him. He's got that long A on lockdown, and this is the change they needed. Nicely done by Jenko. They've definitely halted the aggression of QB. QB are a little bit thrown off at this moment. The molly goes up. The T's aren't pushing on it yet though. Lamp's holding. The patience of the Russian team. Oh, and Jenko narrowly misses that shot. Fires the flash out. Huge nades come in, done a fair bit of damage, but still no more kills on the board. It's 5 versus 3, but the Russians, they're not giving up yet. They're holding their position, they're holding their ground. Slow and steady wins the race for the Russians, but they're coming up against 5 members of FM eSports. They're going to execute on this A-bomb site. They're staying committed to it. Will they be able to open up the bomb site? Jenko nice and ready with the AWP. Throws out the flashbang. Nicely done. Robin pokes out at the same time as well. Oh! Stanley gets one, but Jenko just narrowly misses that shot. Stanley gets a second. Pulse finishes off Luke. 14-11 is going to be your score. 4 members are left alive for FM eSports, and that's absolutely huge. They get to take all that utility and weapons that they've got, take it over to the next round.
Counter-terrorists win.
This is exactly what they needed to happen. The money, though, is so strong for QB. Look at this, you've got, like, after they've bought, so let's look. After the T's have bought, they can still happily buy it for the next couple of rounds. Other than Fix. And even then, he could probably get a drop. So FM eSports aren't out of the woods yet, but they've made a good damn try at it. And look at all the flashes that came. They know they got nailed at long A last time. So the Russians just ran out. Flash, flash, flash. They're not having it. They're taking that control back. And then they're falling back a little bit now. Fix, though, opens up the round. Jenko gets one. Fenny manages to do a team kill. That's huge. This could work massively in FM's favour. Only 2 members left alive for the T side. 3 versus 2. They're getting into A, and oh, you can see his legs. Nilzinho doesn't manage to get it, but Pulse finishes off Romy. The bomb is now straight across middle, and Nils has got that right in his scope. Stanley finishes off Luke, and FM Esports are keeping themselves in this round. 3 guns brought back over. They've built up a little bit of an economy, and they're doing some damage to QB. But QB, as I said, they've still got that money, but this will probably be the last time we see an AWP from them. 14-12 is your score, and FM Esports, this is how teams should play. Even when you're down, you don't give up. What we saw with Kaz in the previous game was they trying so hard, they pushed back so well, but once it got really bad, they just gave up. They didn't bother. That's not how you play at this level. You've got to stay calm, you've got to stay committed, you've got to try and play your A game. Now once again, QB going for this A bomb site, distracting a fair bit towards B. Lamp's the only man there. But they've invested a little bit into it. And oh, Fenny with the double. This could be massive. Rips off the head of Jenko. And Robin leaves them deaf at a lot. Yeah, FM are saving straight away. This makes sense. And you've just got to be so careful. And they're literally going to go on for a killing spree. It's only Neil's left. He gets one with the AWP. They now know where he is. Poor Neil is now like a lamb to the slaughter. Gets another one, but he gets taken down. 15-12. We're on match point. FM have given it all they've got. This is the last chance. Pulse has gone for the AWP. Jenko with an M4. QB have got no problem with buying. Oh, and he goes to the spam down middle. Doesn't actually manage to hit it this time. He's been pretty on point with it so far this round. But Fix straight away onto Pulse. Nicely done by Nilzinho though. Manages to get down Fenny. But he's just at the wrong site. Maybe swap it around. Two members left alive for FM Esports. They know exactly where they are. The nades are going to go into him as well. Oh, Romy takes down Stanley. It's all up to Niels. He's got the AWP. Can he make it work? Manages to tag him in the leg, but can't get the kill. 16-12. Your first map goes to QB. Oh, so close. The guys tried so hard. The next map we'll see between these two teams, and the last map of the day will be Cash.